One of the things that comes up for many people is they're considering hiring a trainer or a coach. Now, whether you're thinking about hiring a trainer or maybe getting involved with some coaching, I want to actually give you an artillery of questions that you should be asking going into the new year for those of you who are looking to hire a trainer or coach. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Brave Today podcast. The show is going to encourage, challenge, and maybe even provoke you to step outside of your comfort zone and take more action and better improve yourself and your health. I'm your host, Mark Avens, and in this crazy upside-down world that seems to keep pushing a narrative for people to become soft, weak, sick, unhealthy, and more dependent than ever, the goal and intent of the show is to help you navigate through this so that you can become braver today than you were yesterday. Listen, we do all different types of shows, and I'm just going to jump right into today's show, which is a version of Brave Q&A. Now, typically, I will be taking your questions, and I have some of those and actually have a good episode coming up to answer your questions. But I know this time of year is when people are starting to think about their health. Maybe they're not through the holidays, but they do know the new year's coming. They're thinking about resolutions, maybe joining a gym, getting back on the wagon, maybe starting a diet again, dropping those, holiday pounds off. One of the things that comes up for many people is they're considering hiring a trainer or a coach. Now, whether you're thinking about hiring a trainer or maybe getting involved with some coaching, I want to actually give you an artillery of questions that you should be asking if you're thinking about hiring a trainer or coach. So today's special Brave Q&A is more questions for you to have going into the new year for those of you who are looking to hire a trainer or coach. These are questions for you to ask any trainer or coach. These are questions that I have good consumers of your health. So if you're a good consumer and advocate of your health and you're thinking about, spending and investing your hard-earned money on a trainer or coach, these are great questions that I want to give to you to ask. These are questions that I hope people ask me when they're hiring me or thinking about hiring me or my team to coach them. Number one, first and foremost, you want to find out how long that trainer or coach has been actually training and coaching. So the first question you want to ask is, how long have you been a trainer? How long have you been a coach? That's very, very important. You definitely want to think about it in terms of, let's say you were having a knee replacement or needing a knee replacement or had some back surgery or you needed to have brain surgery, God forbid, any of those things, right? You're going to want to find out how long they've been a surgeon for, right? Think about it in terms of this is your health you're talking about, right? This is something that's probably pretty valuable, especially if you're going to be investing money into. So you want to make sure, A, how long have they been in it? Now, if you needed surgery, if you needed brain surgery, or if you needed new knee surgery, or if you had a back problem and you needed to go to a back surgeon, would you want to go to the surgeon that has 1 year of experience or 1 week of experience or 10 years or maybe 20 or 30 years of experience? You want to have somebody that has experience. Now, you can go to the gym and you can get placed by any trainer or coach, or you can go to the gym that has free trainers. Chances are, if they're a trainer that's giving free training out, like to you, free coaching and so forth, they're going to probably have no experience and they need to have experience. They need warm bodies, right, to work with. And you want to be very, very cautious of that. So find out. The first question is, how long have you been a trainer? Now, people ask me, Mark, how long have you been doing this? And to be honest with you, it's kind of crazy to think I'm almost 30 years in this. So I have a little bit of experience. I have multiple thousands of hours of coaching and training experience. And not to say that you can't be a new trainer or coach, that's pretty good. But just know, chances are, if you're somebody like in your 40s or 50s and you have some things that you have to consider, maybe you have some hormone issues, maybe you have some physical limitations, maybe you've had past surgeries and you want to get in better shape, be careful with who you work with. You want somebody that's had some experience working with people in their 40s and 50s. Again, you get what you pay for sometimes. And for you, you want to make sure, first and foremost, how long that coach or trainer been working in training as a coach or a trainer. So number two, what certifications or credentials do you have? You want to ask, find out what kind of education have they invested in themselves as a coach or a trainer. Do they have an exercise science degree? Or do they have, maybe like myself, a physical therapy degree? Also, what kind of certifications and training have you done? Training certifications and coaching certification. Now, just keep in mind, there's over 250. There's probably more than that now in the last time I've looked, but there's close to 250, 300 certifications that are out. They're all different kinds. There's really a few gold standards that exist. ACE, AFA, there's NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association. There's also personal training certifications. They're not all the same. Some, honestly, are really just kind of a joke. Literally, if you wanted to become a trainer or coach, you could go online this afternoon, and for $59 or $79, you could actually take a course and become a certified coach or trainer. So again, just keep in mind that certifications and credentialing isn't the end all be all. You want to combine that with experience as well. And just so you know, having some sort of formal education in exercise science, physical therapy, sports conditioning, so forth, personal training. I know a few personal training schools that are out there. They're going to be better equipped to serve you and the goals that you're trying to achieve. So that's number two. Number three, in that respect, what kind of continuing education are you doing? So ask your trainer or coach, and maybe you've been, like myself, been in this space for over 30 years, almost 30 years as a coach and trainer. What kind of continuing education? Are they working with coaches and trainers? Do they continually pursue education? Because things change in the industry space, right? Like our coaches in our Brave coaching program are precision nutrition certified. It's actually one of the gold standards in nutrition certifications. Now, do you necessarily need to look for a formally trained nutritionist? I don't believe so. In fact, what I've seen, honestly, they're a little bit more narrow-minded in that respect. I think the combination of having some good experience and working hands-on in the trenches with people, as well as being educated, is going to be helpful. And continuing education behind them is going to be important. So that's number three. Number four, fourth question you want to ask: how have you helped others reach similar goals to you? So maybe you have a goal of wanting to eliminate belly fat. Maybe you have a goal of wanting to maybe get in the kind of shape where you can get down on the ground to play with your grandchildren. Maybe your goal is to fit back into clothes that you have still in your closet, sitting way in the back, waiting to come out and be revealed. And you want to get that body in shape. Maybe you are in your 50s or your 60s, you have some limiting factors and you want to know, how have you helped? So you want to ask your trainer or coach, how have you helped other people like me achieve goals like I'm trying to achieve? Very, very important. Number five, so what you want to also ask for a trainer or coach: how are you going to track my progress? So please tell me how you're going to track my progress. And one of the things we do in our program, we have multiple layers of tracking people's progress. We have accountability groups. We have a customized app where our clients track not only their progress, but allows our coaches to actually track their progress. And we do everything: weekly measurements, weigh-ins, before and after pictures, progress pictures. We have tracking for workouts, tracking for nutrition. And it sounds real elaborate. It sounds like there's a lot involved. And there is on our end, there isn't on your end. Honestly, like truly, as far as tracking progress is the key. If you're not measuring your success, in fact, I want to lose weight. I hear this all the time. I want to work out this. And even coaches and trainers, they don't even track their clients' progress, right? They're just working them out. They're going to training sessions and there's no tracking progress. And usually that results in no results or very limited results. It's kind of hard to measure results if you're not tracking progress. It's just kind of like guessing. So that's number five. Number six, how much time will it take for me to get results? One of the questions you want to ask: if you have, say, 50 pounds to lose, or 80 pounds, or 100 pounds, or you want to drop 6 dress sizes, or you want to run your first marathon, maybe you want to do a big hike, you want to find out what's the time frame for the results I'm trying to achieve. Really completely honest, within the first, 5-10 minutes of having a conversation, they should know, if they have a track record of success and they have been working with people, they have actually experience working with people like you, they should know pretty quickly how long it's going to take. Like, for instance, we know on average our clients that are looking to lose more than 50 to 60 pounds, that takes on average 6 months in our coaching program. There's no like quick fix. There's some variations. There's some people that drop weight quicker than others, but ultimately we know anywhere in that 6 to 10 pound range is going to be the goal that people are losing. So if you have 30 pounds to lose in our program, that's as far as about 3 months. The challenge with that is that doesn't mean it's how long it's going to take you to be ultimately successful for keeping the weight off, because you have to develop, of course, skill set. There's a skill set that's involved. And typically people that have a skill set of being unhealthy or maybe putting weight on, having poor unhealthy habits behind them, it's going to take a little longer. We're not working on really breaking old habits, but we're trying to develop new habits. And that's a skill set that does take time and patience. developing consistency in exercise habits and healthy eating habits and, cooking, nutrition, grocery shopping, those types of things, making sure you get enough sleep and water, all those types of things. So again, a good coach and trainer is going to be able to know exactly how long that will take based on the goals you're trying to achieve and where you're starting from, right? Your starting point. So that's number 6. Number 7, what is your approach to nutrition? You want to make sure if you're working with a coach or a trainer, a lot of trainers, I'll be honest, most trainers are only focused on the workout side for that. But if you're working with a good quality coach who's going to provide not only a nutritional component, but also a fitness component to you, and as well as accountability and support, you want to actually know what their approach to nutrition is. If you have a trainer, you're trying to lose weight and you're working with a trainer and they're maybe just going to tell you what they do for nutrition, you probably want to turn and run the other direction as fast as possible. You want to make sure the approach to nutrition is one that is going to not just get you weight off, get the pounds off, get the belly fat off, but is one that's going to be sustainable. If you have a trainer that's telling you can't have any carbohydrates, telling you can only eat 500 calories a day, telling you that you should only eat one meal and fast. Now, all those things are different approaches, but if you're looking truly to be better, healthier, more fit, and have a sustainable approach, if you're listening to your coach and trainer talk to you about sustainable eating habits, like good, new, healthy nutrition, whole food nutrition, then you want to tune in. If you're hearing somebody that's telling you about all the supplementation and fasting and ketoing and all this kind of craziness, I'm going to just tell you based on experience, if you want just to drop weight and to worry about it having to be put back on, then don't worry about that at all. But if you're looking for more of a sustainable approach to good, healthy nutrition that's going to keep you and your weight and your body in tune for the long haul, then again, you're going to want to make sure you are paying attention to the coach telling you about sustainable nutrition, whole, healthy, fresh foods. Again, there's nothing really rocket science here, right? Unfortunately, there's just so much information and this like analysis paralysis that happens with people. And they just kind of fall in line. Oh, well, I lost all this weight. Or you have a trainer that's worked with somebody or a coach that's dropped all this weight, but then you don't have that sustainable side to it. Well, hey, I helped you drop the weight, but are your clients keeping the weight off? And that's something that we have pride in. Our coaches, I have 3 success coaches at all that have been actual clients before they became coaches, and they went through pretty rigorous training with me and are all certified, precision nutrition certified, continuing on their education path for strength, conditioning, so forth as well. But they were all students and clients. And what's really great is to see the sustainability from clients who became coaches who are actually even now just crushing goals, which is really, really awesome to see on my end. They haven't been in it as long as me for 30 years, but they are learning how to have sustainability, and that approach is trickling into the clients that they are assigned to for success. As far as the approach to nutrition, that's no different than approach to fitness too. Again, same thing, approach to fitness, approach to accountability, which is the next question, number 8. How will you hold me accountable? You want to find out how your coach or your trainer is going to hold you accountable. We have all different levels and as far as accountability goes, but I will say that accountability is not so much this type of like babysitting that you see with coaches and trainers, but accountability is truly having support. We support our members in different ways. We have some that are super, super busy and they need to have like a one-on-one check-in on a weekly basis. We have others that are doing phenomenal and they don't really need, they just need touch points where it's like, hey, I can check in with my coach anytime they need. And that's what we have available. So really, it really depends on where your starting point is. It also depends on the type of goals that you're trying to achieve. But as far as having to hold you accountable, you want to make sure when you're connecting with a trainer or coach for the first time, or maybe getting back into it in the new year, how are they going to help hold you accountable? If you have a trainer, is it just having that appointment once a week and then there's no connection in between? That's probably going to make it really hard because there's 24 hours in a day. And if you work with a coach or a trainer just once or twice or maybe 3 times a week, that's going to be very minimal. And it's going to make it very hard, or at least a lot harder than if you have more touch points with your coach and trainer. Like for us, we encourage our clients to set weekly goals, to have a midweek check-in. We have accountability groups. We do ongoing trainings where we do specialty trainings to help develop the skill set you need for sustainable nutrition, sustainable workouts, understanding that this takes time and patience. And we have encouraged, we have our coaches do phone calls and Zoom meetings and so forth, so on, which is really, truly awesome and all different levels. And it sounds like, man, it just takes so much time. It really doesn't. We just meet you where you're at and we provide you with what you need. No fluff. We don't provide you with things that you don't need. And as far as holding accountable, the goal is that we teach you how to hold yourself accountable. Like ultimately, is your goal not to rely on us for the rest of your life, is to actually you learn the skill set of developing habits that will help you hold yourself accountable so that you can do this and make it last for the rest of your life, at the next decade, in the next 2 decades, 3 decades. Maybe you have kids now, the teenagers, and they maybe are starting to leave the nest like us and becoming empty nesters. And the next thing you know, they might be back with grandchildren. And again, that will take a different approach. And there will be different goals that you probably set that are going to require different levels of accountability. So that's that. Number 8. I hope this is helpful. If it is, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Drop those. If you're listening and watching in YouTube, drop in the comments. If you're watching through podcast or in Spotify as well, maybe you're catching this at a later time, I will be frequently checking in there. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to engage and connect with you. I have something really exciting I won't be sharing just yet, but we are developing a new community, and stay tuned for more on that. Let's go into number 9 and number 10, the last two. What will a typical week look like for you? What's going to be a typical week of training and coaching? What does it look like? Usually, if it's a trainer, it's probably you're going to meet with me 3 times a week, and they might give you a handout on nutrition. They might give you some stuff to do in between, some cardio. Just noticing now my beard is a bit all kind of unruly, and this is something new for me, so I'm trying to figure that out. So I'm just noticing it now. I got totally sidetracked. What will a typical week look like for me? So you want to make sure that your coach has a plan, a simple plan that you can pursue. And you need to know what that plan looks like. Well, we plan out our clients' week inside of our Brave coaching program here, our Brave coaching program, and our clients know exactly what their expectations are. They know when their check-ins are, they know what their workouts are looking like. We have that set up on a calendar. It's built out for really weeks in advance, but we have our clients, depending on what their comfortable side is as far as knowing in advance. And then they also are expected to check in when they do their workouts, the nutrition tracking. We make it so simple. We won't make our clients track calories or macros. All that stuff is valuable. But again, for sustainability, really just developing better, healthier habits and understanding how much you need to lose weight. And then once the weight's gone, how much you need as far as workouts and nutrition, how much you need to sustain that. It's very, very simple and straightforward. We've made it way too harder. You guys, a lot of you have made it way too harder on yourselves. But the big thing is, when people come to a coach or a trainer, they come to us, we want to make it as simple as possible. If you go to a coach and a trainer and it sounds like way confusing and all this stuff, or there's just nothing to it, like you're not doing anything, you have to do it all on your own, then you probably want to be careful of what you're doing with that coach. And really, ultimately, you want to ask some more questions. If they don't really have a plan in place for you and they're just kind of winging it, you're going to get winging it results. So just keep that in mind. Or you might not get any results at all. Maybe you'll get a hard workout and you'll feel, the pain from a hard workout, and a trainer is just going to push you hard. And again, but if you're really truly looking for results, it's going to be way more than just a hard workout. I can tell you that. And trust me, I've been training. I actually have personal trained people in gyms, in my own gym. We owned a gym for a while back in Florida where we used to live. And then I worked with people in their homes, private training. So I have over 20 years of experience, personal training, one-on-one personal training with people. And I would tell you that honestly, I know there's a specific demographics of people to work with a personal trainer, but really if you're truly looking to get the kind of the whole spectrum of getting in better shape, I would advise you to work and look towards more of a coaching approach where they can help you with nutrition and coaching, maybe some life coaching and the fitness component to that. Also, some of the other habits that maybe are trickling into your work environment, your family environment, relationships, with your spouse, those type of things. Truly living a healthy, fit lifestyle is way more than just pushing and doing hard workouts. So keep that in mind. Number 10, speaking of which, how are you going to customize my program? So if you're coming into it, maybe you're morbidly obese, maybe you are working with a physician, you're on medication. How are you going to customize it to my approach? Like for me, maybe you're a little bit in your older years, maybe in your 70s, maybe even in your 80s, and you're still trying to improve, which, I will applaud you. Well done there, because you can continue to improve throughout the entire length of your life. But you want to make sure too, while you're actually on that pursuit and if you're getting somebody to help you, how are you going to customize it to me? Maybe you've been somebody that's worked out in the past and it got away from you. Maybe you're running a business. Maybe you have, a full schedule. You're running here and there, you're traveling for work, and your time is limited. How are you going to customize my program and the approach? And the good news is the best way to customize any program, maybe if there's a trainer out there or coach listening to this right now, is you want to make it as simple as possible. And, the best way to make it as simple as possible is to have somebody actually map it out for you. I mean, the best part of our coaching that we do, and I will say that this is a bit of a shameless plug, is I don't think anybody does it quite like us. We've made it so easy for you to succeed. You just have to really show up and do the work. And I said, customize wise, what's really great is being able to meet somebody where they're at, know exactly what they need, provide them what they need, nothing they don't, and give them a simple solution. For instance, we have a few people that have such a full schedule, full schedule from the morning, from the time they wake up to the time to go to bed. And one of the tough things is I don't have the time to do even a 45-minute workout at home. I'm literally up helping the kids, the teenagers getting to school, that can run to work. And then I'm traveling and I have family members, parents that I'm taking care of, all those things. And we've been able to actually build a program specific for somebody like that to get their workout throughout the day, 10-minute sessions throughout the day. Very, very simple. Make it so simple in the nutrition. Well, I'm not going to meal prep and I don't have the time to make the food at home. All right. Well, we have a solution for that as well. And what's really great is we've already done that before in the past. The best part about you finding a coach or a trainer, and honestly, it's finding somebody who's already done what you're trying to achieve, has already done it for others. And that's what you want to make sure you're doing. That could mean maybe the overarching theme is ultimately finding a coach or a trainer that's already been with other people where you're trying to achieve and has done it successfully. So know that I'm not the only coach or trainer. If you have a trainer or coach that has done that, then you're probably moving in the right direction, which is really, really great. Now, the last, I'll give you the bonus. This is number 11. The bonus, what kind of guarantee? You ever ask a trainer or coach, like, what kind of guarantee do you give to me? We just moved in. My wife and I just purchased our really first brand new home. We've lived in the same home for over 20 years. We moved here out to northern Colorado and we've been renting, and we're in a position right now, a transition and moving into a new home that we built. And one of the things that it comes with a guarantee. Homeowners, like, you have a guarantee on stuff. It was really interesting going through that process and made me think, like, what kind of guarantee do you have if you're going to invest, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars? What sort of guarantee is your coach or trainer offering you? And, I've had mixed opinions on this, and I've had even coaches tell me, like, you don't offer a guarantee. I've had some coaches, some mentors that I've talked to. It's like, what's the guarantee you're going to do the work? And that's where it actually comes into play. In fact, one of the things that we pride ourselves in our Brave coaching program is offering a better than money back guarantee. So just so you know, if your trainer or coach has the confidence in what they do and offer, they really should offer you full on guarantee, like money back. We give a better than money back guarantee. And really how that works is this: we're so confident about what we do in our program and our approach and our coaching. If you qualify for our coaching, we give you the option when you coach, whether 6 months, 12 months, if you have a specific plan, we set that up and we agree to the terms as far as like how long it's going to take and so forth. You do the work. Like, we set everything you up need for success and you do the work. We guarantee your results, or we just simply give you your money back, and we'll even continue to coach you for free until you get the results that you need. Now, that's a pretty bold claim, yeah, but it's a two-way street. In fact, that's the key. Like, your coach or your trainer should know that in order for you to get results, I don't care how good your trainer is, I don't care what they do with you or they show you what kind of nutrition are on, you still ultimately have to do the work. It's up to you to comply and do the work. Nobody can get you results but you. Now, your trainer and coach can help put you on the path, and a good trainer or a good quality coach is going to give you everything you need to be successful. And that's what we do. We pride ourselves in that, better than anybody else, I believe, out there. And again, if you do qualify, there's certain requirements that we need to see if you qualify for a coaching program. We're not the right fit for everyone. But again, with any coach or trainer, they should have a personal guarantee. And that means if they're selling a service of coaching or training that's claiming to get you results, they should damn well get you good results. And that will come at a cost. A good trainer coach is not going to be cheap or free. A good trainer coach is going to require you make an investment. They're also going to make an investment. And you think, again, it's a win-win for everybody. That's the best part about this, is when you find yourself a personal trainer or coach that's going to get you great results. It's a win. Your trainer gets and your coach gets the win of you getting results. Of course, you get the value of what you invested into. You get results, they get results, everybody wins. That's kind of the way it should be in your pursuit. Now, if you're trying to get in great shape, you want to have a trainer that wants you to get in great shape, or a coach that wants you to get in great shape and has the program to give you exactly that, the roadmap to success. And that's the last and really most valuable thing I can share with you. This is the bonus question you want to ask, is like, what kind of guarantee are you giving me? And if your trainer and coach are like, oh, no, there's no guarantee. I don't know if you're going to do the work and that sort of thing. That's just insecurity from your coach or your trainer. Ultimately, you want to find a trainer or coach that's going to be behind you every step of the way. And one of the things that we pride ourselves in our Brave coaching program is that we will never give up on our clients, on our students. We'll never give up on them. We'll ultimately kind of meet them there, but our coaches are not going to meet our clients 51%. In fact, you have to come to the table 50%, meet us halfway. We're going to give you everything you need to succeed, but you have to actually come to the table. We can't want this more than you want it for yourself. And I think that's the difference. So ultimately, I hope these questions helped. That's all I have on the questions. I'd love to know, was there any other questions I might have missed? Maybe drop those down below. Let me know. And I hope this helped you. If you are on the path to better health, you, maybe even your family, are trying to move forward on a healthier direction moving into the new year, let us know. Just hit me up, shoot me a quick message. If you have a question, you can ask that as well. And ultimately, I just want you to know that I'm very grateful for you, for watching, for tuning in. And if you happen to enjoy the show, all I ask in return is that you share it. I'm not going to be doing any advertising. I've had my fair share of advertising in the past and spending countless thousands of dollars on that. And I'd prefer to actually have more control just by providing good value for you. So if you found this show valuable, just if you do me a favor, just share it with a friend. That'd be great. Appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing, blessed rest of the week. And if I don't hear or speak to you before the new year, Happy New Year to you. Take care. God bless.